Good morning. Time for a run. So I have the Adidas EVO SL. Now I know since 2024 when this sneaker released, it's truly been the talk of running, but not only running, just comfort in general when it comes to sneakers. So usually I run in the Nike Invincible Run 3. I have a video here on the channel. When I picked that pair up, it truly felt like the most comfortable sneaker in my collection, and that was saying a lot. Now some pairs are too soft personally for me to run in, even if they are super cushioned, and then others are just perfect. So the Invincible Run 3 was perfect for me, but I have certainly worn through that quite a bit. It's truly my most worn pair, and so thankfully a friend secured these for me, the Adidas EVO SL, in two different colorways. So this is the women's pair. This is a women's pair, size 7.5, so it is true to size for me. It definitely gives some room in the toe box area. Oh, and before we jump into the run, shout out to Bima and Skullcandy, because these with the Bose, oh my goodness, they're amazing for running. Okay, so what's so special about these on foot? Because I know people wear them casually, but I intended, at least for this specific colorway in this pair, to run in them. I like to control my environment. If I want to go early in the morning or late at night, as a woman, I don't want to be concerned about my safety or any number of things. So I happen to run on the treadmill a lot. I can also go ahead and control the pace by which I want to run. And you know what? As someone who used to run competitively in high school for mid and long distance, it's okay for that pace to not be the same. Just start running. I'm just throwing that out there. Just start running again. It doesn't matter. This is just a slow warm-up pace that you're seeing here. But I love how comfortable the Light Strike Pro, the Super Foam is underfoot. Like, it is really a nice bouncy ride without it being too cushioned where it actually starts to hurt your feet. Okay, so let's dive into the actual black pair that I have. So we have the Adidas box, black with the oversized logo. As you can see, Adizero EVO SL. This is women's 7.5, and this is in the black, and then I believe they call it like the Iron Mountain colorway. So essentially it's black with these very oversized silver stripes on the side. Okay, certainly the 3-stripe brand. This is a turnoff for some people. I've seen people comment they don't like how audacious the stripes are because they go from the upper down into the midsole, so I 1000% respect that. But let's be real, we're here for the actual function of this shoe, and the Light Strike Pro, the foam, it's everything. Like, it is absolutely what you want when running, and this is considered more of that daily runner, right? For you to run the short, the long distances, it doesn't matter. It's perfect. Like, you want the energy returned. You also want them to be breathable. You want them to feel, you know, like you can run at the paces you want to run at, and of course not be heavy, which this is not. Like, you question if there is actually a shoe in the box. So we have smaller branding on the back. We have Adizero on the front of the tongue here, and the tongue is another, I think, questionable design element because it's not actually like connected on the interior to the sides of the sneaker. I know a lot of people don't actually like that. It is a little bit thicker than some of the super shoe tongues will be, so I will say I'll give that to them. This little cushion part is actually really nice. I can wear these with no-show socks. I can't do that with all running shoes that I have, but I can do it with these, so I appreciate that. But you can see how that tongue easily moves around. That can be annoying depending on the runner. And then you can see the insole here. I don't take it out, but Adizero bright and bold on the inside there. And then again, it's so cushioned. Like, it really does feel soft on my foot. Now let's talk sizing. For me, the 7.5, which is my true size, it actually does feel a tad bit roomy, like I said. So I would say just keep that in mind. You can probably go like a half size down and be good to go. Now, it's a very simple shoe, right? There isn't a whole lot going on underfoot, but having the Continental rubber on the exterior truly means that you will get, you know, a lot of bang for your buck, a lot of quality there, and I think this shoe will go ahead and last me quite some time. I don't switch out my runners like crazy. Like, I just don't. I tend to hang on for my everyday or daily runner pair for quite some time. And so with this, I will say also, I remember wear testers speaking on that these will probably not be great if you're doing trail running, just because, as you saw, there was certainly a part of the Light Strike foam that's exposed, and so you can easily get any number of things if you're running on a trail, like probably embedded on the underfoot of the shoe. So I wouldn't recommend that, but I don't really have an issue with that. Now, this is, yes, meant for road running, so will certainly get on the road, but I have no issues for the time that I've had this, which has been over, I believe, a week. We're heading into 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks with this pair. So it's been working great for me. Now, this is certainly different from if you have what is technically considered a super shoe, right? So you guys have probably heard of a few super shoes when it comes to Adidas. This is the Adizero Adios Pro 3 in this white, and also you can see kind of the sunstrip gradient color on the midsole. Keep in mind the really big difference when you have usually a super shoe, they do actually have a carbon plate in the shoe itself. Remember, the shoe is meant to be for those faster, those speed runs, racing. It is not a shoe to wear for everyday running. It is not the daily pair that you should wear. So if I'm doing speed runs or speed workouts, because I use the Nike Running Club app so much, I still do to this day. So if I'm doing a speed workout on there, I'm playing around with different paces, different intervals, even doing sprinting, then I love being able to throw on the actual super shoe with the carbon plate in there. And it is snappy, right? It really does feel like it snaps you back, and you feel the difference, right? You feel a little bit faster when in that versus just the everyday comfort that you get on those slower runs, the recovery runs, the longer runs, even though I don't do those as much as I should. Listen, I'm being patient with myself, okay? I'm getting back into it, but long story short, very happy to have the EVO SL. It works great for me as my brand new daily runner. Please comment below, do you have a daily runner if you actually run? And like I said earlier in the video, it doesn't have to be fast. I think we all try to hold ourselves to these different paces, and we see other people's paces, and I hold myself to my older paces, and I'm no longer at that stage of conditioning, and I just need to be more okay with that. But just being consistent and actually running, you know what, get the miles in, however is comfortable, however is convenient, however works for you, and hopefully you find a pair that really works for your foot. I've seen the EVO SL on so many different lists in terms of comfortable sneakers, and I know that's kind of like a mixed bag of responses, because some people absolutely love seeing it on there. Some are of the belief that it should really just stick to being a performance shoe and not something that's made for a lifestyle, because it is made with really this rocker intention of propelling you forward when you're running versus you just walking. And trust me, I get it, I understand, but I think you should also maybe direct some of that energy at the brand, because they have explicitly said this isn't something they intend for you to just run in. No, they want to make this a part of your just entire overall lifestyle. I've seen this placed more so in, like, you know, styled looks and like an editorial way, so you can certainly choose to do that. You know, take it beyond the pavement, take it beyond the treadmill, and make it something that you actually just wear day to day. Now, there are no styled looks here. I mean, quite honestly, what I'm wearing right now, Calvin Klein bralette, the Adidas track jacket, and some super distressed, you know, comfortable denim. I could certainly go ahead and rock this look with this black pair, and it would work. It would absolutely work. So if you own these, do you actually wear them like casually? Do you just wear them to throw on, run a few errands, maybe go for some very intentional styled looks? Or are you like, listen, TJ, these are meant for me to run in comfortably, to give me a lot of bounce back, and just be something that I don't actually have to worry about on foot, right? That's what you actually want in a shoe when you're running. You don't actually want to think about the shoe itself, just really getting through the run, that next minute, that next 5 minutes, that next mile. If you run, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. And fun fact, so the first pairs that arrived for me, they weren't in my size. Adidas accidentally sent me a women's 6 instead of, like, you know, a men's 6 or a men's or a women's 7.5 is what that would be. So shout out to Mom, because she actually received those 2 pairs as an additional Mother's Day gift. And she has the white pair, like the white and black pair you see all over, like the highly sought after white and black colorway. Yeah, Mom has those. So shout out to Mom. You know, she really came up that holiday weekend, but very happy that she has those, because she is doing a lot more walking and running herself, so that is great for her. And then for myself, I have the black pair. This is the pair I intend to wear just whenever, because I actually don't have a ton of black shoes. And then the jade pair that I have, that crystal jade pair, is the pair that I'm running in right now daily, and absolutely love it. I'd use it for incline walks too. So again, comment your thoughts below on the Adidas EVO SL if you have a pair, if maybe you intend to get a pair, or is there a different brand that has really just captured your attention for running. Very soon I may just end up, you know, trying out a different one, only because I do know that, again, I say I don't run my pairs into the ground, but I realize I kind of did that with the Invincible Run 3, or at least here, like it was definitely worn in right there, which was weird. I can't even tell you how that happened really on the instep there, but I give a lot of respect to Hoka, to Brooks, and a few other models. I know Saucony and Puma are also just pairs, or brands I should say, that have really stepped their game up in terms of running options, whether it's super shoes or just everyday shoes. So again, comment below your daily runner, and then if you swap out to something for a speedier run, I would love to go ahead and hear about that. Hopefully you've checked out my recent videos. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.